The stars stretched endlessly around Commander Alex Harris as his ship glided through the alien system. He leaned forward in the cockpit, eyes scanning the displays. The planet ahead shimmered with colors he had never seen before. Its cities gleamed like crystals under a strange purple sun, and towering spires rose far above the clouds. Humans had never been here. The report said the civilization was advanced, proud, and cautious of outsiders. Alex felt both excitement and a weight of responsibility. He was not just representing Earth. He carried the hopes of humanity with him. The ship's AI chimed softly. Commander Harris, planetary scans show unusual energy signatures in the capital sector. Unknown structures and patterns indicate highly developed technology. Proceed with caution. Alex nodded, his hand resting on the controls. Understood. Keep sensors at maximum. When the ship entered orbit, the alien cities looked even more incredible. Towers twisted like ribbons and energy beams shot between them in intricate patterns. From space, it looked like an enormous living web. Alex felt a shiver of awe. Humans can build big, but nothing like this, he whispered to himself. Soon, landing zones appeared. The planet's surface was alive with movement. Hovering vehicles zipped past, carrying beings of all shapes and sizes. Alex adjusted his uniform. He wanted to make a good first impression. As the ramp opened, a cool breeze brushed his face. It smelled faintly metallic, mixed with the fragrance of alien plants. The crowd parted as a figure approached, a tall, graceful being wearing regal robes. Her eyes glowed faintly, and her presence alone demanded attention. The alien queen had arrived. Alex felt a mix of nervousness and respect. He bowed slightly, unsure if this gesture was enough or even correct. Commander Harris, the queen said, her voice melodic but firm. We have heard of your courage. You come from a distant world, yet you seek alliance. You will be tested before we can accept you. Alex straightened. I understand, Your Majesty. I am ready. Before he could ask more, another figure appeared. Young, proud, and strikingly strong. Princess Lyra, the queen's daughter, stared at him with curiosity and a hint of challenge. Unlike her mother, who moved with calm authority, Lyra's energy seemed untamed. I hope this human is more than stories, Lyra said, her voice sharp, but not unkind. I do not enjoy disappointment. Alex smiled faintly. I hope I can meet your expectations. The queen nodded slightly and gestured toward a nearby training arena. It hovered above the ground, a perfect circle with energy barriers at its edges. You will demonstrate your skills. Lyra will observe and challenge you. Alex stepped into the arena, feeling the hum of the energy barriers. He studied Lyra. Her movements were fluid, almost like a dance, but each motion carried lethal potential. The humans trained for years to react to danger, but nothing in their history matched this. Lyra moved first. In a blur, she lunged toward Alex with incredible speed. He barely sidestepped, feeling the rush of wind as her strike passed. He countered with a defensive stance, holding his ground while studying her pattern. You rely too much on brute strength, Lyra said, circling him. You need more than raw power to survive here. Alex adjusted his footing. He knew he could not match her strength, not yet. But humans had other gifts: creativity, adaptability, and quick thinking. He used these, dodging and weaving, using the arena's terrain to his advantage. Minutes passed like hours. Sweat formed on his brow and muscles ached, but he kept going. Lyra's strikes were relentless, but Alex's responses were unpredictable. Sometimes he feinted, sometimes he used the barriers for cover. Slowly, Lyra's expression changed, from curiosity to surprise. You are clever, she said, her voice tinged with respect. Perhaps the stories are true. Alex allowed himself a small grin. It seems your moves are impressive too. I've never seen speed like that. The duel continued, and Alex began to anticipate her rhythm. He didn't try to overpower her. He moved around her, creating openings, exploiting moments when her attacks were too fast to be precise. With a careful maneuver, he managed a strike that forced Lyra to step back. It was not victory, but it earned him recognition. The energy barriers flickered as if sensing the tension. The queen observed quietly from above, her eyes unreadable. Alex could feel her presence, a silent weight that reminded him of the stakes. This was more than a test of skill. It was a measure of his character, his patience, and his courage. Lyra paused, breathing heavily but smiling faintly. You surprise me, human. Few could last this long, let alone respond so creatively. Alex nodded. I've learned that strength alone is never enough. Observation and understanding matter too. The Queen finally spoke, her voice calm but powerful. Lyra, you have seen his abilities. His thinking, his courage. He is indeed worthy of respect. Lyra's eyes widened slightly as her mother continued. That human is my strongest warrior. Alex felt a jolt of shock. He had come expecting challenges, maybe even failure, but never this. The declaration left him momentarily speechless. He looked at Lyra, unsure how she would react. Lyra's lips pressed together. Her pride was hurt, but admiration sparked in her gaze. How can this be? She whispered. Humans were considered fragile compared to her kind, yet this one had survived her test and even impressed her mother. Alex bowed slightly. I don't claim to be perfect. I only do what I can with what I have. The Queen's gaze softened as she looked at both her daughter and Alex. Strength is not only in body. It is in courage, wisdom, and the willingness to face the unknown. Lyra turned away, hiding her mixed feelings. She had grown up believing that her people's warriors were unmatched. Now she had to reconsider. This human was not just brave, he was extraordinary in a way she had not expected. Meanwhile, Alex felt a strange sense of connection. Though they came from different worlds, he sensed that courage and honor could bridge the gap between humans and aliens. He had faced something far beyond anything on Earth, and yet he felt more alive than ever. The Queen motioned for Alex to step aside. Rest now. Your next challenge will come soon, but for now you have earned our attention. Lyra, observe him carefully. Learn what humans can offer. As Alex left the arena, his mind raced. He knew the real test was only beginning. A shadow of concern passed through his thoughts. Scans had shown unknown energy signatures in the system. Something powerful and dangerous was approaching, and his abilities would soon be tested not in training, but in battle. Lyra watched him go, her arms crossed. A new feeling stirred within her, curiosity mixed with an unexpected respect. She had always been certain of her own strength, but now she realized the universe was larger and more unpredictable than she had imagined. This human had shaken her certainty, and she did not yet know how she felt about it. The planet's wind carried strange scents, and the sky shimmered with distant energy. The Queen stood tall, radiating authority. Prepare the defenses, she said softly. We may have found a warrior, but we are not safe yet. Something is coming, and it will test all of us. Alex returned to his quarters, exhausted but exhilarated. He ran his fingers over the map of the system, studying potential threats. He could feel the eyes of the Queen and her daughter on him, watching, evaluating. It was a strange feeling to be both guest and warrior in an alien world, yet it filled him with purpose. Hours passed. The purple sun dipped behind crystalline towers, casting long shadows. Alex looked out the window, thinking of home, of Earth, and of the humans he represented. But more than that, he thought of the challenge ahead, the bond forming between worlds and the test that awaited him. The night settled over the alien city, glowing softly with energy. Somewhere in the distance, a shadow moved, hinting at the arrival of a force that could change everything. Alex clenched his fists. He was ready for what was coming, and deep within the palace, Lyra stared into the darkness. She had questions she could not yet answer. One thing was certain. The human before her had already changed the way she saw the world and herself. The alien Queen's words echoed in her mind. That human is my strongest warrior. Lyra didn't know if she believed it yet, but she could not ignore it. The sky over the alien city was alive with energy. Purple streaks of light cut across the clouds as if warning of danger. Commander Alex Harris stood on the palace observation deck, scanning the horizon. Sensors had detected a massive fleet approaching the planet. Unlike the humans or the alien city's usual visitors, these ships carried an unmistakable threat. Alex felt a familiar rush of tension and determination. This was the real test, far beyond any training or demonstration. The alien Queen approached, her presence calm yet commanding. Commander Harris, these are not diplomats or traitors. They come to destroy. Our defenses alone may not be enough. We need your strategy and courage, Alex straightened. Understood, Your Majesty. I will do my best. He glanced at Princess Lyra, who watched him silently. There was a new respect in her eyes, tempered with uncertainty. The Queen's declaration from before still echoed. That human is my strongest warrior. Lyra stepped forward, her voice steady. I will fight beside him. If humans can be trusted in battle, we will see today. Alex nodded, impressed by her honesty. Then we'll face this together. The fleet loomed closer. Alien ships unlike any humans had seen before, with jagged designs and energy weapons that glowed ominously. The enemy advanced with precision, and their size alone was enough to intimidate even the bravest soldiers. Alex studied the formation, looking for weaknesses. Humans were not always the strongest physically, but they excelled at strategy, improvisation, and teamwork. He turned to the Queen. "We need a combined force, humans and your soldiers working together. I can coordinate a strike that divides them, making their size a disadvantage." The Queen nodded. "Do as you say, human. Lyra, lead the strike team with him. Show them what we are capable of together." Alex quickly gathered his team of human soldiers and coordinated with alien warriors. Signals, gestures, and holographic maps flashed in the command center as he explained his plan. The humans would take the lead on mobility and diversion, while the alien warriors, strong and fast, would strike with overwhelming force at critical points. The battle began with a deafening roar. Ships surged forward, firing energy beams that tore through space. Alex's human team darted between asteroids and enemy fire, using their smaller ship's agility to confuse and misdirect the enemy. Alien soldiers struck from above and below, their speed unmatched. Lyra fought fiercely at the forefront, her every movement precise, her strength undeniable. Alex watched closely, coordinating strikes and making split-second decisions. One enemy ship broke formation, attempting a direct attack on the city. Alex's human fighter intercepted it, forcing it into a trap designed by the alien fleet. Another wave of ships advanced, but Alex anticipated their movement and redirected the combined forces, creating confusion and opening weak points. Then came the crucial moment. One of the enemy commanders targeted Princess Lyra directly, recognizing her importance in the battle. Alex saw the incoming strike too late to intercept normally. Without hesitation, he maneuvered his ship directly into the line of fire, taking the brunt of the attack. Alarms blared, but Alex remained focused, adjusting the ship's shields to protect Lyra. Lyra's eyes widened as she realized what he had done. Her respect and admiration deepened in an instant. "Human," she whispered, watching him with a mixture of shock and gratitude. The sacrifice worked. Lyra was safe, and the enemy ship was destabilized by the maneuver, forcing it into the path of other enemy vessels. The chain reaction caused a series of explosions, crippling the enemy formation. Alex's quick thinking had turned the tide of the battle, but there was no time to rest. Enemy reinforcements arrived, even more numerous and aggressive. Alex, panting from the intensity, took a deep breath. "We adapt. Humans survive by learning quickly. Let's show them our strength." He coordinated a new attack, combining human unpredictability with alien power. Smaller, agile ships distracted the enemy, while larger alien units struck with precision. Alex and Lyra fought side by side, covering each other, moving seamlessly between offense and defense. Each move was a mix of human ingenuity and alien skill, and together they became a force neither side could ignore. During a critical moment, Lyra was caught in a gravitational trap set by the enemy. She struggled, her strength alone insufficient against the energy field. Alex noticed instantly. Without hesitation, he piloted his ship close, extending a tether and using a combination of human technology and alien energy manipulation to pull her free. Lyra's eyes met his, and she could see not only skill but courage and determination in every action he took. The enemy fleet faltered under the coordinated human-alien assault. Their formations broke apart, and their ships were disabled one by one. Alex's strategy, his adaptability, and his willingness to risk himself for others had shown their power. Humans were not just capable, they could inspire and lead even in alien combat. Finally, the last of the enemy ships retreated. The city's energy shields stabilized and the skies fell quiet, save for the distant hum of alien engines. Soldiers, human and alien, cheered, exhausted but victorious. The Queen descended from her observation platform, her regal presence commanding attention even in the midst of celebration. She approached Alex, her expression unreadable at first. Then she smiled, a rare and genuine display. "You have proven yourself beyond expectations, Commander Harris. Today you have shown that courage, intelligence, and determination are as powerful as strength. You are indeed my strongest warrior." Alex bowed, humbled. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I only did what was necessary." Lyra stepped beside her mother, her pride tempered by newfound respect. You truly are remarkable. I have underestimated humans. Today I have learned something important, that strength is not only in power but in heart and mind. Alex smiled. And I've learned that not all strength comes from humans either. Your people are incredible warriors. The Queen placed a hand on Lyra's shoulder. Together we can accomplish more than either of us alone. Let this day mark the beginning of a new alliance. Lyra glanced at Alex, a smile tugging at her lips. She had begun the day doubtful, certain that humans could never match her kind. Now she saw him not just as a warrior, but as a symbol of what humans could achieve. A bridge between worlds, a living proof of courage and ingenuity. As the sun set over the alien city, the human and alien forces celebrated quietly, knowing that their bond had been forged in the fires of battle. Alex walked among both humans and aliens, shaking hands, exchanging nods, and feeling a sense of unity that few could ever imagine. That night he returned to his quarters, weary but fulfilled. He looked out the window at the glowing city below, feeling a strange peace. This planet, once alien and distant, now felt connected to him in ways he could not fully explain. The Queen's words echoed again. You are my strongest warrior. Lyra appeared at the doorway, her eyes reflecting both admiration and curiosity. Commander, I want to understand your world better. I want to see how humans think, how you face danger. Alex nodded, smiling. And I want to learn from you too. Your people have skills I could never imagine. Together, we can accomplish much more than either of us alone. For the first time, Lyra felt not just admiration, but something deeper, a sense of partnership, a shared purpose. She had faced doubt, pride, and uncertainty, and now she saw a future where humans and her people could stand side by side. As the stars twinkled overhead, Alex and Lyra looked out together, knowing that their journey was only beginning. The galaxy was vast, full of challenges and wonders, and they had proven that courage, friendship, and unity could overcome even the greatest obstacles. And so, with battle won, alliances formed, and respect earned, a new chapter began, for humans, for the alien Queen's people, and for the human warrior who had shown that strength was more than power. It was heart, mind, and the will to protect and inspire others. The galaxy waited, and Commander Alex Harris was ready.